Welcome one and all for this session on basic psychological processes, module 2, session 14, and in continuation with the session 13, we will be further exploring the concept of intelligence. The learning objective of this session is to understand the criteria for good intelligence test. By the end of this session, students will be able to understand the criteria of good intelligence tests. We will first start by understanding the purpose of intelligence tests. It can help diagnose intellectual disabilities or measure someone's intellectual potential. IQ testing is just one way to measure someone's intelligence. When diagnosing an intellectual disability, it is important to not rely on them as the sole measure of intelligence. Therefore, to make the intelligence tests unbiased and equal for everybody, there are certain criteria that needs to be followed to make it an effective test. The criteria includes validity, reliability, and standardization. Validity can be defined as the extent to which a test measures what it is intended to measure. Construct validity becomes very important in case of intelligence tests. Therefore, understanding construct validity becomes important. Therefore, understanding if the tests actually measures intelligence rather than something else becomes very important. There are other types of validity that can be used to ensure the test validity. We will explore them one by one. Firstly, face validity. Here, the experts validate the tool and check if the test appears to test what it aims to. Secondly, concurrent validity. This shows if the test relates to any existing tests or similar measure. Thirdly, construct validity. This checks if the test relates to underlying theoretical concepts. Lastly, predictive validity. This checks if the test predicts the later performance on a related criterion. Moving on to reliability. Reliability is the extent to which a test yields a consistent, reproducible measure of performance. A useful test is consistent over time. There are several types of reliability. Internal reliability. It is the extent to which a measure is consistent within itself. External reliability. The extent to which a measure varies from one use to another. Test-retest reliability measures the stability of a test over time. Inter-rater reliability is the degree to which different raters give consistent estimates of the same behavior. Lastly, the split half method. This measures the extent to which all parts of the test contribute equally to what is being measured. The third criteria for a good intelligence test is standardization. It is the extent to which uniform procedures have been developed for administering or scoring a test. It does not just stop there, but it also involves creating norms, performance standards for the test. We will now discuss some characteristics of a standardized test. It is a product of complete process of empirical research and development. This means that the test is a result of a rigorous research and the test has undergone statistical analysis and is verified with reliability and validity. It is norm referenced. It should dictate standard administration and scoring procedures. It should be designed to apply to a broad band of competencies and not exclusive to a particular curriculum. Through this session, we have learnt the concepts of criteria of intelligence test and the concepts of validity, reliability, and standardization. The references have been mentioned and students can go through these books to get more information. Thank you.